Welcome back to episode 8 of my blind playthrough of Gilded Vale. We have this party of 2 at the moment. I was hoping we would be a little bit more after exploring the city, or the town. We have spent the last 2 episodes exploring this town, and we have found only one recruitable character, Aloth, and then myself, of course, Malagant. And that is what we will continue our journey with for now. After having explored the entire town here, I would like to investigate this crypt, or temple, or whatever it was down here again. It was a little bit too difficult for one character, hopefully it's a bit easier when you're 2. I'm also considering going into the Black Hound Inn over here to recruit an adventurer. I believe the cost would be 75 copper. I found that rather expensive initially, but now, after having looked it all through, I have 977 now, and there's a lot of equipment I haven't sold, not only here but also in my stash here. You can see I've decided a lot of equipment I've decided not to use. I'm still considering about my weapons, having a little bit of an issue finding out who should use what weapons. It's rather easy for Malagant because I want him to be a two-handed fighter, and right now he has this poleaxe, which is a two-handed weapon, and to my knowledge is the only two-handed weapon that I have. What I have been considering is that I should try to make a mix. For instance, the poleaxe here is, as we can see it here, is a slashing, crushing damage, so I should consider making a weapon set with another kind of damage. And right now I can see I have the hatchet and the dagger, which is also slashing. It's actually something I need to practice remembering that a dagger is a slashing damage in this game, because I'm used to it being piercing, because that's what it is in the D&D universe. So that means that my other weapon set, also has slashing, and that's perhaps not the most efficient when I have that here also, because then I can shift them if I'm up against a certain enemy. I'm not considering having putting a ranged weapon on my barbarian. I will probably do that with my wizard over here, Aloth. He has a scepter right now, and I can't find out if this is... It looks like a melee weapon, but I'm actually in doubt whether or not it ranged 10 meters. So it actually is a ranged weapon. That confused me a bit. So actually Aloth has a ranged weapon with this scepter. So he can sprout magic with that. And that's a crushing, slashing damage. And then I need some melee with another damage type. So actually this rapier could be fine. And then there are a lot of equipment here that I'm really in doubt with the shields. It grants deflection, but it takes off my accuracy, and that's... it's an issue I can't really find out what I want to do about. But for now I will, with Aloth, I will keep it like this, only considering whether or not I should use a shield for him also. I think I will, actually. I think I will. I'll give Aloth this shield on his second weapon set. I don't know if I equip weapon set number 1, will this shield from weapon set number 2 still... will that still count towards his deflection and his accuracy in general? I'm not sure about that. Probably I would say no, that wouldn't make sense. Well, let's go back to Malagant, who has this poleaxe, which is a slashing, crushing. So I would like some piercing, or probably some piercing. It could be a spear. Otherwise, I should take the rapier with him also. I've also learned that slower weapons with a higher damage output is better against heavy armored characters or enemies. Actually, that makes very much sense, because this armor in this game takes the top off the damage. So if you have a weak, a fast weapon with a low damage output, then you will not be able to penetrate the armor perhaps and make any damage. So that's another thing to worry about here, which makes me consider that perhaps it would not be such a bad idea to equip him with a rapier as well, just as I did with Aloth. You're welcome to laugh at my funny choices, but this is strictly based on what my understanding of how weapons work at this point. I have no idea whether or not I'm... Why do I see everything? This is other consumables, clothing, armor, and weapons. Well, whatever. Okay. And then I just would like to see if we have anything in the stash that I would rather use. I mean, we have a bow, but that's not necessary because Aloth already has a ranged weapon. Oh, these small shields grants less deflection and no accuracy punishment. But I think I'll go with the big ones, the medium ones. All the same. I think this is what we're gonna do. And then I think I'll put everything of this over here because that's what I'm going to sell now that I have no other party members. Well, first of all, I'm going to find out if this adventurer I'm hiring, if I have to equip him before I sell stuff. But otherwise, I'll sell out to see if there's anything else I could use. And then also we have stuff like this, savory pie. So this is what would that go under in? Is that a consumable? I would expect this to be a consumable, but I'm not. Yeah, the same with the chicken. And what have we here? That's a scroll. I don't know if I should keep these equipped because that would probably be necessary to eat them on the fly. Potion of iron skin. Yeah, as you can see, I'm still struggling a little bit with finding out how to... I would certainly like to, and this fan of flames on my Malagant in front. An iron skin buffs up damage reduction until I'm hit. That's also quite effective. I have 2 of those. I will put that on Malagant, of course, if I'm using it. And then I have the torch. I think I need a torch. Is that considered an other item? Yes, but I think I'll put that in here. And then we have lockpicks. I'm not sure yet whose. But I would most certainly like all the lockpicks out here. Or at least 5 of them. That seems to be the maximum. Hammer and chisel, I don't know. And this one is endurance regeneration. I think I'll go with this for now. I think that it would make sense to take these consumables and also equip them to characters. I'll learn about that later. But for now, I think let's go to the inn, hire an adventurer, see if he needs to be equipped, sell out some stuff.
Of course.
Wow, that was loud. I'm just turning down a bit. And then heading back down to that temple. Need to get up here. Before we leave the town. All the other quests were outside this town. To the east, most of it. But I would like to investigate this temple, or crypt or whatever, totally before I leave. So this is the inn, as I remember it. The Black Hound Inn. That's not where I do the weapon trading, but that I believe that's where I hire my adventurer, wasn't it? Is it the barkeep? I don't actually remember. Yes, I'd like to hire some help. Oh, there's 2 now. What? 250 copper? I thought it was 75. And 11, 2 adventurer, 500 copper. Whew. But hey, it looks like a dangerous place we're going. So, and even though now that I don't have any more companions, I think I'll hire this guy. Oh, I can choose it myself. Oh, I thought it was... Okay, I thought it was a name, some character. I actually make them myself. No, I'm not gonna do that. Not for now. Okay, then we'll just start by venturing down with these two instead of building a brand new character from the bottom. That takes a while. And maybe 2 is enough. I mean, I did struggle very much and was not able to survive even the first level, and I understood that there were several levels, but let's see if the fact that we have a companion here won't help us just a little bit.
Good day to you.
Here's nothing new to tell me. Alright. What haven't we investigated yet? What's this? Crucible of the Soul. The Watcher unravels the vital essence of his or her enemies, gaining endurance in the process. Once per rest. And then of course I have my Frenzy, and I have 2 yells. And that's per encounter. And my healing. And in this backpack or whatever, there I have extra healing. So I'm wondering where these extra items, how I put them into... Oh, quick items, down here. Excellent. So if I put it here, will it then appear here? Yes, great.
Of course.
Right, I understand. Let's head in there and get this simple handled. Yeah, I remember this. This was... Oh my, I didn't get my companion with me, so I think I'm gonna retreat so we are together. Like this, and then we'll do the attack. He attacks with his scepter, I would expect. Yes.
What is it?
I'm not gonna attack with that. I'm gonna use my axe. Poleaxe. So let's handle this little spiderling first.
Poison! Hardly fair.
Well, this time I actually got it on its own. That was lucky, fortunate for me. Because that I did not have any success with the last time. So here comes the rest. Yep, it's this, the big one, Ivory Spinner, I'm a bit worried about. What can Aloth do? He has a lot of magic. And what's an Arcane Assault? 2 per encounter? Okay, so that unleashes a bolt of magical energy from the Grimoire that inflicts raw damage and dazes target in the area. Okay, if I fire these spells, I think they are rest-based, right? I mean, I have 4 of these, 2 of these. But I would expect them to be based on... So I'm not going to use that. I think... For now, I'll just send both characters up here. Why is Aloth at the back? Oh, this is not good.
For long.
Oh, that's the web that does this. Okay. Hold on a moment. Let's just restart that battle. I got off on the wrong foot there. So
Well,
I need to make sure that Malagant gets up there first. Like that. Okay, then
Yes.
Malagant fires off his yell.
Aye?
And Aloth can use this one, Arcane Assault. And I still don't know any of... Oh, now I know their defenses. Okay. So... They have the... Obviously the weakest defense. That's the small one, anyway. Against... Yeah, well... Okay. This is perfect. Let's try this. Oh, can I hit them both? Like this?
poison.
That seemed to work quite well. Well, I'm a little injured. And that spinner is not very injured, to be honest. Should I just fire the second one? I think I'll try again. And then I'm a little bit in doubt here. What does the frenzy do? Granting a might, constitution, and attack speed bonus, causing a deflection punch. Okay, so I'm easier to hit, but I make more damage and get more endurance. But I think I'll try it. Right. And then you just fire along.
Yes?
What's with him? Okay, so I can't even see my endurance myself. I saw that when I was here. It said, I think I spoke about it in an earlier episode, that his endurance and health are concealed. I thought that would be for the enemies, but apparently it's for myself as well, making it highly volatile. This, I think we should take down the little one first, so we can focus on the big one like that.
Poison.
Now I need this thing to go down. There it went down. So when does this frenzy end?
There.
I'm gonna... wow, that did hurt. For sure. Okay. That went pretty well, actually. It helped a lot to get Alaf down here. So now that
Keeping an
there's...
eye out.
Now that there's... oh, sorry. I sometimes mistakenly I hit the scouting key because that's the old key, and in some other RPGs that's where you see items on the ground, like, but that's the tabulator here, tab button. So
Of course.
okay, this is huge. Let's investigate.
I'll see what
Now
I
I
can
did it
find.
again. Ooh, more enemies. Oh, that's just spiderlings. I'm not that afraid of them. Like this. And then I will do my usual.
How may I help?
And he might as well do this. Oh no, he'll wait with that. So they are closer together, and then you can hit them both. So it shouldn't be a problem to take down the rest. Excellent. The red-brown smears flake away under the toe of your boot. I think I just need to look at my journal just to be exactly sure what it is I'm looking for down here. It must be the... Is it Buried Secrets? Lord Radric has decided to rededicate Gilded Vale's abandoned Euthasian temple to a new deity. The entrance to the temple has been cleared, allowing entry for the first time in many years. So search the temple, pretty much just clear it for enemies so they can...
Of course.
use it again. Okay. Spirit. The nearby crystals light the cracked mosaic floor in the shades of orange and at certain angles. And at certain angles, the metallic symbol beneath your feet gleams gold. As you look on, the air shimmers as if with summer heat. The very dust and air seem to pull together until a thin glowing mist appears before you. In its rippling gleam, you sometimes think you can see the shape of a man, features rendered in broad strokes of air and smoke. Okay, who's he? Is anyone else seeing this? That makes no sense. I'll say, who are you? Your voice sparks movement. The spirit searches with a sudden blazing light, and in the next moment you are somewhere else. Your mind assailed with a sudden wave of fear and noise. You are in the chapter hall. Priests and faithful have gathered in great crowd, spilling into the hall. Bodies press against you, searching forward to listen. Your own grief is mirrored in the faces around you. Some of the initiates are weeping. Someone has snuffed the candles and the room is dark, save for the podium, lit from behind. Two people stand before it, lit in silhouette. A man is shouting, voice so ragged with fear you cannot understand what he says, but the Retrix stands calm, unmoved. Her strength will see you all through these dark times. You feel that hope like a spark behind your ribs. Somewhere behind you, someone begins to sing. The spirit tears itself from you with sudden dizzying force, and you find yourself back before the ruined altar swaying. The spirit fades as suddenly as it appeared. So some sad thing happened and people gathered for it and wept. I wonder what that was. The face of this statue has had most of its features struck off, along with portions of its hands. Wonderful. Well, let's investigate further. I was told from above that there are several levels here. And I actually need to go downstairs or something at a later time. Is this the Great Hall or... Wow, what's that? Oh, I met those before. Skulder Whelp, I fought that. But this is an actual Skulder, so that's probably harder. The Skulder Whelp is bad with will. What's the foot with the arrow in it? Is that the reflex? That's the reflex. So that's for when you fire spells, right? Whether or not it can avoid it, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we'll just head straight into the one we know. Try to take it out as quickly as possible. First with this one.
Aye?
And of course also with this one. Oh, that went for Aloth. Is that because he somehow did a lot of damage to it, so he aggroed it or something like that? I really do not like him being in close combat with that freak. Can I still use magic even though I switched to another weapon set, or am I relying on the scepter to use magic? No, it should be the grimoire that I use for magic, right? But can I still do that if I take my weapon set number 2? What do we have of spells here? Overwhelming in the area of effect with a brilliant... No, I need something... Creates a cone of fire in front of the caster. Burn damage to everyone. The caster's hand becomes so cold as to freeze what they touch. Does freeze damage to the target and reduces its accuracy. And this, yeah, that's not for that. Defeated caress. The target becomes paralyzed, afflicted with boiling. See, this is a good one because if I paralyze it, I should be able to walk away from it without being hit, if that's a thing here. Necrotic Lance. I feel like trying this one, really. Oh, this is hitting myself as well? Is that what that meant? It says the target. But it's like I'm also within its area of effect. Is that how it's area of effect target plus 1.75 meter radius? So we won't be paralyzed, but we will be sickened. Okay, I don't feel like doing that. Then if I take my Malagant, move him up here. No, you know what?
Yes?
I think I'll just switch Aloth to weapon set number 2 and simply just strike this thing down.
Oh.
Poison again. Now they have both gone for him. He really cannot sustain that. One hit point left and he has second wind. Why can't I use that? Right, requires athletics 1. So he doesn't have that. Okay. Well, actually I can still win this. Yeah. And then you can get back up, as I understand it. Yeah. I think I need to reconsider how to fight these battles. I need to find a way to... This did hurt a lot, actually. But I didn't spend any of my spell slots, and that's
Yes.
what I think I should consider at some time.
Of
Is
course.
when it's worth using the spell slots. What did I find here? Scalder ear, probably some kind of ingredient. The Light of Dawn, a Red Seren Morality Play, Part 2, Compassion and Judgment. They walk back to the first location, leaving the starving man behind. So that's the end of Part 1 that I haven't read. They approach the... Could I be so lucky that the Part 1 is in here? No, that's another one. Well, let's read that one first. Monsters of the Deadfire Archipelago. The archipelago went its ways between the great eastern ocean and the restless ocean. Hundreds of small islands in the midst of the water. Few dare brave its treacherous rapids, and fewer still have returned to tell the tale of their adventures through it. Travel between the two oceans is virtually impossible. Great storms hammer any ships foolhardy enough to attempt to navigate, and this alone should be enough to deter anyone from attempting the voyage, as untold ships have gone down, tossed against the rocks. The weather and the treacherous rocks are only a precursor to the actual horror of the archipelago, the terrors of the deep. No one knows how many creatures stalk the oceans, waiting for unsuspecting sailors to drift into their waters, but we do know of some. Barbed Ravager, a giant shark that is known to ram passing vessels, trying to knock sailors off the deck and smash a hole in the hull. It has tremendous spines protruding from its side and back that are presumed to be poisonous. The largest sighted barbed ravager with survivors was estimated to be almost 30 feet long. Yeah, it does take at least one survivor to describe the beast. Winding Serpent, smaller around than the ravager but potentially longer. The winding serpent attacks in small packs, usually 3 to 8. They have long, sharp heads, somewhere reminiscent of a barracuda. Like the ravager, they repeatedly slam into the side of the ship, hoping to crack a hole in it or knock someone from the deck. They've also been known to swim to the depths and shoot up out of the ocean, landing on the deck, coiling and winding their way around, snapping up any crew they can before plunging back into the ocean. Leviathan. Imagine the largest whale you have ever seen. The Leviathan is at least 10 times that size. Whoa. That's quite a lot. By the time a ship sees a Leviathan, it's already too late. As they rise from the depths, the water around them begins to spin and sink, creating a whirlpool. The Leviathan's body surrounds the hapless vessel, preventing escape, and as it goes down, the enormous mouth opens, putting all aboard to their watery depths. So that's interesting, because as it's mentioned up here, the barbed ravager, there it's described by the few that have survived it, but the Leviathan here is described like something you cannot survive. So who knows this? Who described it? Pulpovir. All the creatures you read about in this book are nothing compared to the Pulpovir. Barely the size of a man, but what they lack in size and strength they make up for in numbers and terrifying viciousness. Their lowest halves are a mass of tentacles like an octopus or a squid, but more numerous. The tentacles are long, black whips with suction cups on the underside and small thorny barbs on the top. The sheer number of tentacles gives them frightening speed when walking on land, pulling themselves forward almost as fast as a running horse. While they vaguely resemble a human from the waist up, an extended examination proves how wrong that assumption is. Long, stringy black hair falls from the top of their head to cover a face taken directly from a nightmare. A wide, gaping mouth cut across the bottom of its head, from ear to ear, full of wicked dagger-like teeth. 2 large, round eyes are sunken into its head, black as coal, shining with a malevolent fire. A small antenna protrudes from the middle of its forehead, ending in a small nodule that glows with an eerie blue light. Only one can imagine a sailor on the deck of his ship at night looking out across the black water, blood freezing as countless lights appear beneath the surface, rising toward him as the Pulpovirs swarm upward. Because they seem to be more octopus than man, they can collapse in on themselves, fitting into spaces no person should be able to. The smallest crack in a hull The slightest separation between boards offers them entrance. It's not unknown for them to slaughter an entire crew from hold up to deck by infiltrating the ship from underneath. Fortunately, they do not seem to have spread too far outside of the archipelago, but there may come a day when pulpovier attacks become commonplace. Wow, this does not sound like a world we would like to be sea traveling in. Interesting. Oh, let's take the other one then, even though it was part 2. The Light of Dawn, a Retzeran morality play part 2, Compassion and Judgment. They walk back to the first location, leaving the starving man behind. They approach the injured man, who lifts his head and winces. The injured man says, "A bomb? A salve? Surely you know compassion. Surely you can spare anything, even your time, to help me." The male responds, "This man is injured and cannot help himself. He is certain to die if someone does not apply ointment and bandages to his wounds. Such compassion could mean his life." The female interrupts, "You owe nothing to this man. Surely his injuries are the judgment of his God. He has been tried and found wanting. His punishment is none of your concern." Male and female, what will you do? The man weighs his options, then kneels down beside the injured man. He administers ointment on the man's wounds and wraps a bandage around them. And the injured man rejoices. "Bless you! May the compassion you show to those less fortunate be shown to you all your days." Male and female. Why did you dress the wounds of the injured? The man responds, "I saw a man who was bent and broken. It's not for me to say he has no right to his health, only to help heal if I'm able. I have the time to give, so I give. If I can help in a man's rebirth, it's my duty to do so." The male aside to female. He knows compassion, even disguised as an injured man. His spirit is willing. Female aside to male. Even those with a willing spirit can refuse those in need. Male and female together. We will continue our journey. They walk to the center of the stage where the beggar, starving man, and injured man now stand. The male says, "What say you three? What's the nature of this man's soul?" The beggar answers, "I am charity. I know the mind of one who gives freely. This man was willing to give me his last coin. His mind is righteous. His soul is pure." Starving man, "I am generosity. I know the heart of one who withholds nothing from those in need. This man was willing to give me his last scrap of bread. His heart is giving. His soul is pure." Injured man, "I am compassion. I know the spirit of one who will sacrifice for the greater good. This man was willing to stay with a stranger and care for him in his time of need. His spirit is merciful. His soul is pure." Male, "What say you, Magran?" Female, "The trial is complete. The judgment has been made. The decision is final. This man has shown charity, generosity, and compassion to those in need. His soul will be reborn. What say you, Eothas?" The male responds, "The judgment is final. The decision has been made." He turns to the man. "Be on your way. Your soul's transformation has begun. Welcome to the light of the new dawn." So the male is Eothas? Is that not the god this temple was erected for? I think it was. Okay.
As you wish.
Oh, there are more enemies here. One that allowed us to read in silence. Well, this one is alone. I think we'll just go for it the same way. Oh, here comes from the other side.
How may I help?
I will try to avoid the same mix-up by going like this instead. Yes. Alright, here we can hit them both. I don't hit my own, right? This does my... Is there friendly fire on this one also? Well, it doesn't say that there's no friendly fire, so I suspect there is.
Well,
I'm not that keen on that, but But how should I ever get to
How
use
may I
my
help?
magic if... Then I should do it like this. To avoid friendly fire, perhaps? Oh, now it comes down here again. And he's unable to handle that sort of thing. Wow. That's quite some range. But I think I might take the risk of sickening myself here. So now that one is actually stunned, right? Or paralyzed.
Yes?
That leaves me time to go away from it without retaliation. Well, that didn't last for long. It still goes for me, unfortunately. I'm really having trouble finding out how to protect my
What is it?
wizard. Oh, he's also in trouble here. I think I need this one. Ouch. When a party member is reduced to 0 endurance, they are knocked out. This means they're out of the fight, but as long as your side is victorious, they will regenerate their endurance when combat ends. Even though endurance regenerates after combat, health does not. Keep an eye out for the bar on the left of a character's portrait to prevent them from becoming maimed or killed. Yes. Who's out? That's Aloth. And I'm not even really close to taking these guys down. This is tough. I'll grant myself. Take them down. Scare the beast again.
Poison!
Now kill it. Well, there's a lot to learn here. In the earlier episodes, I was talking about if the battle was too easy. That's not the case anymore. Just admit that. So even though they get their endurance back, we can see now that their health is getting really low. But does that infect their endurance as well? I'm not aware. Do they have the same endurance when they're at max health or not? Or does that also go down because
What is it?
then it's a downward spiral we need to stop somehow? Ooh, is that a magic sword? No, just a fine sword, but that's arguably better than what we have at this time. So I'll look into that. These prayer scrolls are coated in a thick layer of grime and dust. And another book. Elementary Glanfathon. Your soldiers are not fully armed or even decently dressed without some basic knowledge of the Glanfathon language. If your scouts cannot eavesdrop, if your captured soldiers cannot recognize the words of their captors, or if our officers cannot answer a call to parley, we fail. Knowing just a few simple face painter words could mean the difference between tactical success and defeat in detail. Glanfathon writings is like Erdian, adapted from the old Valian alphabet brought overseas by the Erdians long ago. The Glanfathons put their own spin on this alphabet, so there are some notable differences that can confuse the uninformed. A and A is the difference between paw and pat. E and E is the difference between hen and hay. I and I is the difference between ilk and eel. O and O is the difference between oats and ort. W and W is the difference between butt and boot. I don't get this. Note that last part. In Glanfath, the letter W acts as our letter U, speaking with a consonant WWW sound. Ooh. Is the perfect way to alert a Glanfathon to the fact that you're a Darewoodian struggling to learn their language. See Istramore in the glossary below. And keep in mind these tricky differences. DH is used for a hard thorn sound, such as with this or that, Conversely, th is a softer sounding Glanfathan, barely vocalized, like when one says thief or thought. Si sounds like a soft sh sound like ship. Put an accent on it and si sounds like she. You add an h sound in either case. There's no replacement for actually learning Glanfathan by immersion, but to get you started, here are some important words that you and your soldiers should know. Anam means so. Anamfath, plural. Anamfatha, the spiritual leaders of the tribes. Aquas means armor, pronounce aquas. Beonen, life, pronounced Beonen. Blaith means wolf, pronounced Blaith. Cas means battle. Delem, leaf. Den means man. Enfath means princess. Estramor, plural. Estramorn, foreigners, plural is Estramorn. Fath, plural, Fatha, princess. Guan means winter. Henwen means woman. I means in. Le means place. Pames means walker. Remen means building. Re, plural, Rio. Wise ones, singular is pronounced re, plural is riao. Scath means shield. Wen means maiden, pronounced Owen. Werth means so, pronounced Werth, with a hard th sound. Uretha, the whole of our world, pronounced Urethia, with a soft th sound. Whew, quite some language study there. I didn't get any of it, and I'm still just going to pronounce things as I think I read them, because that was tricky. Well, let's look into our equipment. Aloth has also gained himself minor generation potion, I think. I will put that into his quick items. And then I got this sword. One-handed sword that has slashing and piercing damage. Can you choose yourself, or how does that work? I mean, I would obviously prefer Malagant having this, but it's a one-handed weapon. But isn't it better than the rapier? I think I will put it there. I don't know if I'm ever going to need that, or if it's a bit of a waste, really. Well, I believe we will get other party members later, and I will move that sword to one of them when it makes sense. To his grace, I write to implore the rest of this letter. Oh, we take it again. To his grace, I write to implore. The rest of this letter is crossed out in several places and then abandoned altogether. Okay, so someone didn't listen there. What have we here? So more we can loot. Let's start over here. More books. The Great Western Stag and Book of Verses. Let's take the Great Western Stag. One day Eothas was sitting on a wall watching a cat play in the sun. A crystal hung in a nearby tree had fragmented a sunbeam and scattered small motes of light on the ground. They danced around the cat, sliding over him as he frantically battered at them. He spun in place, following one as it rushed past him, and leaped on it, trying to pin it down. Eothas smiled, amused at the animal's tenacity. The cat landed on a spot, placing his paws over it, only to watch it flit away again. Eothas watched the cat's tail twitch and slap at the ground, annoyed that his prey could not be pinned. "Why must you tease him?" a voice said from behind him, accompanied by the crunch of sandals and gravel. "I merely bring the dawn," Eothas responded. I don't stoke the hunter's heart. That's your responsibility, isn't it?" "True," said a second voice, "but neither do you quell it. If the hunter could not see his prey, would he still hunt?" "So philosophical, Hylia," Eothas said, and turned to greet the two guards that approached him. "Have you come to debate the parallel between sight and desire?" He gestured to the wall inviting Hylia and Galawain to join him. They sat in silence, watching the cat who continued to hunt the sun, fruitlessly swatting at another mote and then rolling onto its back. I have created the ultimate prey, Eothas said finally, breaking the silence. It can be tracked, it can be followed, it can be seen, but it can never be caught. Galawain laughed lightly. You don't agree, Galawain? Eothas asked. While it's true that your creation is elusive, it hardly can be considered the ultimate prey because it never can be caught. He paused, his brow furrowed in thought. If that mote of light had substance, the hunter could subdue it. Otherwise, it's merely a dream, truly a fruitless endeavor. All creatures spend their lives chasing fruitless endeavors, said Hylia. It's the way of morality, Galawain laughed again. I could create a creature, a living creature of flesh and blood that could never be caught. I make your dream a reality. Now it was Eothas' turn to laugh. You propose turning a fruitless dream into a fruitless reality? How is this any better? A life spent in the pursuit of an attainable goal far exceeds any other. But you said no one could catch this creature. This is not attainable. Galawain smiled. Humanity has surprised us before. Indeed, it could surprise us again. I will create a great white stag and I will set it free in the world. It will have grace, resilience, and tenacity. It will exist solely to be pursued for all its days, and it will never be caught. It will serve to inspire the hunt for generations to come. All those who wish for glory will invoke my name. All those who hear its story will ask for my blessing in finding it. Hylia shook her head and threw Galawain a bemused look. I do not believe this is possible, so I too make an offer to the person who catches this stag, and they will catch the stag. I will bestow upon them its grace, resilience, and tenacity. Thrice blessed they will be. They will ask for my blessing on the hunt, so they can obtain my boon. Galawain and Hylia looked up, arguing whose name would be invoked more when the hunt was on. Eothas sighed, a small smile playing on the edges of his mouth. He stood and looked to the sky. The sun had already started to hide itself behind the mountains. The cat, long ago tired of the stalking motes, had fallen asleep beneath the tree. He turned and looked at the other guards, deep in debate, and sighed again. I merely bring the dawn, he repeated as he made his way down the path. It's up to you to see what I reveal. So a debate between three gods about the purpose of creating something to hunt that can never be caught. Quite weird. Well, Book of Verses. This small volume of verses and psalms is somewhat battered, suggesting it used to be carried on someone's person. The pages are dog-eared and worn, and the gold threads which from the title of the book have begun to fray. The book tends to open to a particular section where someone has marked a verse with a small blotch of ink. Eatnung, the bright star, spoke, and her voice was like a clarion cry calling his soul forth. He knew her for the right hand of the shining god and was afraid. "O wanderer, hear me," he spoke. "You are known to us, and your deeds put you far from salvation." And he wept, for he knew that his sins lay bare before this great illumination. Then Sargemis spoke, and his voice swept forth with the heat and force of the bright day's sun. "Weep not, for the child of light has forgiveness even for you if you will embrace him." Hamke knelt before them, then resolved to save himself and ask what he must do. And Modgund spoke. Her voice was like the songbird's final hymn, bidding farewell to the day's light. "What darkness lies within you? You must cast it into his light. Your sins will be burned from you until you are newly formed, reborn into his keeping." So spoke Modgund, but Eatnung warned him, saying, "You have walked all these years into darkness and must now return. You will find the path like treading fire, and at every step you will be tempted to turn away. But no harm will come to you if you keep your faith." Wow. Okay. I'm not sure I got the point of that either. Okay, so here is a lockpick, or a chest I can lock. And I have learned as much as the higher mechanic skill you have, the less lockpicks you need, and then you are certain to be able to do it. So in this case, Malagant has a lockpick skill of a mechanic skill of 2, requiring 1 lockpick. What if I take
Yes.
Aleth? How good is he? It's the same. Yeah, I want to pick that lock.
The work of a moment.
And just a hunting bow. We have several of those already. I don't know
Yes.
if that's worth the trade, really, but done is done.
What is it?
Okay, I could just see that there was something there, but not something I could handle from here. Okay, let's go in here. I feel like maybe I should change the formation into this while there's just the 2 of us. So yeah, so I can keep Aloth at the back, hopefully. Let's just take this. Why does Aloth... Oh, that's because
I?
I have equipped his... Yeah, let's just get back there. And you just scare the hell out of him again.
Yes.
Aloth can use this, though I don't know if... Yeah, if I do like that, could work. Simply just goes away from him. Well, it's not a big deal because it wasn't that strong, but Aloth is getting quite low on health, I think. But they seem to have the same endurance no matter their health. What? Another enemy? Well, let's check it out. Why don't you follow?
What is it?
You are also supposed to attack. Thank you. And you could also scare the creature. But this, when I do this shout, does it also affect my... No. He has a concussion and a severe wound. I wonder if that's going to last after a long rest. These... Severe wound, minus 50% healing received, concussion, minus 2 intellect and resolve. And what can I do about it other than resting? Perhaps we should rest soon. I think I will rest before we go to the next level of this dungeon.
As you
Let's see
wish.
if we can't investigate this
As you
first.
wish.
Vermin have scoured these plates, though mold still grows in green-black clumps across the table. But I just think this place is still so big. Can I actually survive this? Seems to be a dead end. I didn't miss anything out here, right? Was there something in there I didn't check? Oh, that's where I came in. Yeah, okay. I seem to have missed something there. I'll get back to that later. Now we will handle this part. Maybe I should just have moved the map first. Starting to worry that... Ooh, there are traps. Uh-oh, when a character's health bar begins flashing red, it's a sign that they may soon be maimed or killed. Rest at an inn or use camping supplies to fully restore health. If health reaches 0, the character will immediately drop. Depending on your difficulty setting, the character will either be maimed or killed. A maimed character suffers severe combat penalties and will die if they take any additional damage. Killed characters are just dead, and in Pillars of Eternity there's no coming back. So he just died? Yeah. Nope, he got maimed, so he got another wound. Twisted ankle. Okay, I have a feeling we need to rest now. Ring of Overseeing. Plus 10% ability area of effect. Rings can feature plain brands, jewels, and settings Magical rings may bestow a variety of special properties or defenses on the wearer. Their small size allows their enchantments to complement similar enchantments from other items and spells, and this versatility has made them popular among adventurers. Well, I think it's quite obvious that this ring should go to Aloth. Oh, there's a... And then actually I think I'm gonna have to rest because this is looking bad for us. And I have 4 camp supplies, so no issue there. Camping allows your party members to restore lost health and receive a camping bonus. Camping will consume... Yes, I know that. Maybe I would have... No, I'll keep with the damage reduction. Why can't he choose? Let's camp. That means that now all the bad things... But the endurance is the same. So no matter the amount of the health, the endurance is always the same. Great. Okay. So now there are 3 spots to go. We need up here, down here, and over here. I have an idea. This could be downwards. So let's go up here first. Oh, you need to take a lot with you. Thank you. Huge gate. And a bell. Oh! Buried secrets. That's my... There's no new. Oh, here's the extra description. Inside the temple I encountered a man named Burton who wished for me to search the ruins for the remains of Euthasian priests he tells me Radric's guard slaughtered many years ago. Burton mentioned that the temple is full of secret compartments and that I would likely find the remains of on the lowest floor of the temple. Burton also warned me, however, that the temple has become infested with spiders and Skulder. Exactly, these Skulder reminds me of Ettercaps in the D&D universe, which also is aligned with spiders. The door to the lower floor appears to be sealed with some enchantment. There's a set of bells beside the door which may play a part in opening it. Yeah, I should probably just ring the bell, but as I mentioned before, I think I would like to investigate all this upper floor before going down there. So let's head in here. There's another Skulder. Alright. And I also got all my spell slots back. I think I should be less conservative with that, because I only used 1 spell slot in the last... I think I'll just go right ahead with him.
Aye.
And then I'm considering... What does this one do? This is pretty much like Magic Missile and Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, wow, there's 4 of them. Jeez. Okay. This is dangerous.
Well,
I think it's time to use my scroll here. How do I do that? Oh, I don't have enough lore to do that. Okay. So I need to move this to another character because I'm not gonna put lore on him, or maybe 1. Wow. Okay. We'll get them in close, and then I'll try to scare all of them.
Yes.
Aloth needs to find something that damages a lot of people. What if I do it like this? This hurts like hell. And there's poison and everything in it. They are still frightened, so no point in... Oh, now one of them got out to him again. It's really tricky that when that happens, because I have no idea how to work with it, really. Can I use magic up close? Now they all go for him. Okay. Well, Aloth at least can use this one. But I need to disengage. Okay, we actually took down 2 of them,
yes.
but it's looking very bad for... Even down again. So he's gonna have to handle it by himself. Whoa, this is tough. Wow. Okay. I think maybe we should check the last room up here out. Get there. And we'll return to this tough battle afterwards. This is not that room, it's over here, right? Yes, here we have not been. Let's check this out. What's that? Will-o-wisp. Immune to disease, ground, hobbled, poison, prone, sickened, and stuck. But not frightened. Well, let's just start by... Oh, there's 2 of them. I have a feeling it's when my barbarian Maligan stops swinging his axe and starts using one of his abilities here. That's when they move from him. Oh, they didn't do it this time. This is really not... So that was the heal. Let's take this one down. Remove that one now.
Yes. No prisoners! Yes.
Wow. Spirit residue. Well, at least it can be sold, if nothing else. Adra, that's what those rocks were made of. As I recall. Oh, who's that? That spirit again? Or?
Of course.
Oh, he disappeared, so
What is it?
probably was that, yes. This parchment is worn and tattered, and the ink upon it faded. In this time of hardship, must have just as much faith in ourselves. There wasn't much we gathered from that. So that was this room. So now all that remains are these 4 sculders that I really don't have much of a clue how to handle, because they were darn tough, to be honest. Well, this was a dead end. I went the wrong way. Need to go around. I think we will end this episode when we have cleared that room and are ready to go down to the next level. If we get to that part. It seems like a very difficult battle. Not sure what I can do. I have this potion, stone skin, iron skin, whatever it was called. Maybe I should look into that. See what I can do with it, because... Let's check it out. Well, this one makes no sense on him because he doesn't have enough lore for it. Potion of Iron Skin. Plus 8 damage reduction until hit or critical hit. It would make sense to equip that with both of them. How do I split it? How do I split this between two characters? Because I would really like to do that now. How many potions? So it was just a double left click. Then I will equip one for each, and then I will drink it right before we enter that room. And this one should be equipped here. I would like to... Perhaps I should move him in front for that. Would that be too dangerous? I'm a little in doubt. But no, I say too early.
Well,
I think I would like to drink this with both of them.
How may I help?
I must be in combat to use it. I can't drink it prior to combat. Makes no sense. Okay.
what is it?
Yes?
I think I'll send Aloth
I shall.
forward first. Well, not alone. Though.
Of course.
Oh, this didn't go well.
Yes?
Then I can do this.
What is it?
You're gonna have to go
Boys.
away from there.
Right here.
Then we rush in.
Poison. Hardly fair.
He can't withstand that kind of damage. He's down already. No, that's not gonna work. Then I should ignore the fire damage given to Malagant because he can withstand it. I need to get him in there. That's for sure. And then I would like to frighten them all. I think that would be a good start, but it costs so much time, so I'm seriously doubting whether or not that's a good idea. So did he frighten them all now? Yes, he did. Excellent. Who's wounded? Oh, none of them really, so let's just target the closest one up here.
How may I help?
He's gonna
What
be
is
ready
it?
to heal himself. See, he did not like that, so he needs to heal. And then he needs to help his friend up here. He needs to use this one, I think. Oh, is it down already? Wow. How in the 7 to use a Game of Thrones? Wordplay here, how are we gonna handle this?
I?
Creature lands of pure necrotic energy, corrode and damage instantly and over time. I'm really...
Yes.
Okay, let's start by drinking this.
How may I help?
Poison.
Wow, that took a long time to drink. And he lost the effect right away, I think. It's just silly. What if I... like this?
What is it?
Aztec Worthen!
Fair.
Aztec Worthen! Aztec Worthen!
This is crazy. Here's another one of these.
Yes.
Yes?
Well?
How may I help? How may I help? Aspect worth and wrath!
Yes.
Well, perhaps we're better off now than we have been before, but it's really, really looking tough. And I think I need to spend time healing. He's gonna fall, so it's only a matter of getting off as much damage
What
as
is it?
possible before he falls.
Poison!
Aye?
2 hit points remaining. He's not gonna be able to do anything about that, is he? Does he have time to break this?
Fair.
No, he doesn't. So it's just wasted. Well, I actually did take down 1, but there's still 3 remaining, and I'm in deep trouble here. They are frightened at this moment, so right now I think I'll just try and take down this one.
Kill
Good.
them all!
So, that was another one. Oh, I'm so close to dying. I need to heal. Come on, heal. There you go, but he's also almost down again. Take it down. Come on. Come on.
Kill them all!
Seems okay, so 1-on-1, but I have no life left. I'm not gonna survive this. I really ain't. Cannot beat the last one. I was close, but still not close enough. Phew. How to deal with this?
Yes?
Well, getting off a lot of that fire seemed to work. How about
Indeed.
this lancing thing? No, instead, can I?
Lavaru beyond seek!
Wow, that took a long time. Get away. That was not a good start either. So, scare them? No. But wow, are we in
How
trouble
may I help?
already? Who is the most wounded? That one? Then take it down.
Lavaru beyond...
There, he actually got down one of them. I need to focus on those that are closest to going down all the time. Right now it will be this one over here. So I'll give him... I could do this.
Seek!
Poison!
Oh, he went down again. Jeez. But now only 2 remains. But they are rather strong. I think I would like to try and frighten them, for starters. And then what? I'm near dead. Okay, now I need to take down one of them. I think I understand one of the big issues about being slow. Whenever you try to start an attack, you get interrupted if you take a hit. So if you're outnumbered and you have a slow attack speed because of a slow weapon, then it's close to impossible to get in a hit. That seems to be my barbarian's biggest issue. So would it help if I
What is
changed
it?
that weapon to this? I mean, the damage output is less, not much less really, but it's a lot faster. I think I'll try going with that.
Aye?
is it?
I'm not sure that lancing thing really worked. Or maybe it did because...
Lava Varu beyond seek.
There, that actually took down a lot. So maybe I can do it again on the same one, then I only have to face 3 of them. Yes, thank you. A much better start. Great.
What is it?
And then he should scare them, frighten them,
Aye?
and he can actually fire on the next one.
Lava Varu beyond.
And then comes the issue. Okay, did he frighten them? Yes, they are frightened. So let's focus on the wounded ones, getting them down.
Yes? Seek. Lava Varu.
So now it's 2 on 2. He's a bit wounded, but at least Malagant is
Well,
up and running now. And they're still frightened.
Yes? Arthek worth and wrath.
Okay, so now this one is paralyzed for 4 seconds. Should we then try to take that one down or the other one? I'm not sure. I think I'll just focus all damage on that one. I mean, he's going down in a moment. Hello? Yeah, he's going down there.
poison!
But if we could just take this beast down now, I think we will win this. There, thank you. So, now I actually believe this is a winning battle. I don't feel like interrupting my attacks now with any abilities. Now I just feel like taking it down. Whew. Well, I have to admit that I don't feel competent in the fighting.
Of
Yeah.
course.
It's really tricky, but well, it worked. Why can I only see 3 of them?
As you wish.
Oh, there's also silver. I thought it was only. A haze fills the air, coalescing steadily into a blur of dust and mist. It gathers into the outline of what appears to be a dwarf, shimmering echo that fades in and out of sight. But stronger than the sight in the sense within you of a powerful energy, it roils and seethers with a grief that seems to spill into your own thoughts, tainting them until the sorrow is your own. Like a crashing wave, the energy surges towards and into you, and suddenly you are elsewhere. Before you is a brightly lit stone corridor lined with torches and gleaming crystals. You are running, your footsteps echoing off the stone around you. You forgot to tie your sandals, and they're slipping from your feet, fouling your steps. You're late again. The rite's going to begin without you. You hear the tolling of the bell, and your spirits lift as you recognize the familiar, warped tone of the right hand, representing the first of the dawn stars to appear in the night sky and last to fade in the dawn light. You pray fiercely that this is the first of the chimes and not the last. The light fades, as does the memory, and when your eyes clear, the spirit is gone. So I believe that what I see here is things that has happened in the past. Powerful odor of spices rises from one of these dishes. Vibrant dyes and grain seeds fills the others. Alright. So what is this? Just a bathtub of some sort? Okay. But there was an update to my journal. In that, I have seen some manner of spirit within the temple, or a memory at least. In this memory I recalled an Aothasian rite involving the ringing of bells. The first and last of these tolls apparently is that of the right hand, which has a distinctive warped tone to it. The first and last of these tolls apparently is that of the right hand. Okay, does that have something to do with any ringing order? Well, I should say that we're ending the episode shortly, didn't I? I thought I had already been here, but that was before I died someplace, perhaps.
I'll have it in no time.
Oh, so I needed 9 mechanic skills to open it by 3 lockpicks. Okay, so it's the point that I have to do something with the bells here. I think I read this earlier. The door to the lower floors appears to be sealed with some enchantment. There's a set of bells beside the door which may play a part in opening it. And the first and the last should be of the right hand. Is that the right bell? But I can't choose any of the others. Let's see what happens. 3 bells hang from the stone protrusion that runs along this wall. Years of dust and grime coat the metal. There's 1 large bell at the center, flanked by 2 smaller ones. So the first and the last has to be the right, but the others I don't know. The bells appear to be fully intact. They are made of thick iron and look very heavy. There doesn't appear to be much out of the ordinary about them. So what I learned was that the right one should be the first and the last. But aside from that, I don't know anything else. The first and last of those tolls apparently is the right. But what about the other rings, the other tolls? Does not say. Is there any of the books I've found that tells me something about this? No. I don't think there is. It's interesting. Let's try it out. Ring the right smaller bell. The bell sounds a strange wobbling peal that grows to painful shrillness before it diminishes to a mournful chime. The middle larger. You heave at the bell and it swings back in the other direction. The clapper strikes a low, powerful note against the heavy iron. You feel the ringing in your chest. The sound moves through the ruined hall in a rolling tide. And then the right one again. That did not work. So there's some clue I've missed somewhere. But we'll look into that the next time, because we are long overdue on this, far beyond the 1 hour point. So I will end this episode here, and we will start episode 9 by trying to crack this bell puzzle. All I know for now is that we need to ring the right bell first and last, but we don't know how many tolls we have to make in total and when to use the other bells. We need to find that out in order to enter this door and go down to the lower levels. That will be what we will start with in the beginning of episode 9. I hope you enjoyed this episode 8, and I'm looking forward to see you again when we continue this playthrough. Thank you for now.